Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. And in this video I'm going to be showing you all the additions, changes and fixes in Minecraft Snapshot 25w03a. So this is the second Java edition snapshot for version 1.21.5. And so today there's a new technical feature in the game which are called game tests. And I'll try my best to explain it, along with all the other additions, changes and fixes in this snapshot, of course. And so if you like my videos like this one, then please make sure you leave a like and subscribe to the channel for more Minecraft update videos in the future. So before we go into these test changes, let's go over the other things in this snapshot. Starting with leaf litter. This is a block that was added in the previous snapshot, and you can now add it to a composter. As you can see right here, you can fill up a composter using leaf litter. That makes sense. Then any properties added to a saddle, like this one for example over here, let's call it pig saddle, will now be kept when added to either a horse or a pig. And then the data pack version is now 63 and the resource pack version is 48. And they say that there's a new entry point called net.minecraft.gametest.main is present in the server jar, automatically starts the server and runs all available game tests. Which brings us nicely to the game tests. So the game test system is a new integrated system for testing aspects of the game. That makes sense. So each test is an asset defining some parameters for how the test gets executed, combined with a saved structure file containing a base setup. And so the test framework expects to run tests in a separate superflat world. And so this is quite complicated here in the patch notes, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to clear it up for you. But for each instance of a test, you can specify an environment for the test, a structure to use for the test, and the max number of ticks can be ran for, and a few more fields as well. And you can also do function tests as well based on functions you can write in the game. So there's also a test block, which I guess you've seen over here. It's this block right over here. And as you can see, the starting point for a test, it's in start mode. You can also put it on log mode, where it can log a file. There's fail mode and there's also accept mode. So those are the four modes here. And if we set it to the different ones, you can see it's just like a structure block, for example. It changes to the different textures. So that is these four over here. All of them except for this test instance block, which is an entirely different block in itself. So start with this test block. The start mode triggers a redstone pulse when the test starts. Logs a message to the log file when powered by redstone. You can add a custom message over here. Then there's fail mode, which fails when the test is powered by redstone. You can also add a message here as well. And same thing with accept mode. So accept completes the test when powered by redstone and accept success for part of the test. But they're also just cool blocks to have in the game, of course. That's also a nice thing. And so block-based tests need to have at least one start block and one accept block in the structure. Then there's also a new test command, which has a whole lot of options as well. And you can use this to create tests, run tests, clear tests, find tests, stop tests, and verify tests. All of these different things can be done using the test command. And so if you want to read through the full documentation, it's all listed in the patch notes. I'll leave those linked in the description down below so you can read through it yourself. Maybe you can figure out more than I can. But there's also the test instance block, which is the one with the gear on it. This one right over here. Test instance. So this has an even crazier UI here. So to run a test in the world, the test instance block is used. This type of block represents the test as placed in the world and is used to interact with the test, save the structure, reset or run the test. So using the test command will also spawn in a test instance block into your world. Yeah, and so currently with the limited documentation on this stuff, I cannot get this to do anything here at all except for just put in a small box here. So we'll have to wait and see what the community comes up with in the coming few days or weeks to see what these blocks can do and how much power they actually have. But it seems like you can do quite a lot with them. And so then there's also a huge bunch of bugs fixed in the snapshot as well. The oldest one is MC 13738, invisible saddle when using invisibility potion on a horse, donkey or mule. So if we now use a potion of invisibility on a horse with a saddle, you will see that the saddle is now visible, which previously it wasn't. And so there we go. Those were the additions, changes and fixes in Minecraft Snapshot 25w03a. The main thing are these new test features with the new test blocks. I'm interested to see what kind of things people will be able to do with these in the future. But anyway, there we go. Hope you all enjoyed this video, and if you did, then please subscribe!